My name is Lizzie and I am the owner of Milk and Honey Paper Co. Today I'm sharing how my 2022 system almost pushed me to the brink of madness, and how now as we almost enter 2023, I find myself on perhaps the precipice of what I believe is planner peace with my 2023 planner lineup. If you would like to hear that story, grab a cozy drink and a snack. Today, I'm having a cup of tea, and strap in. It's gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride. All right, so going into 2022, I knew that I wanted to simplify my planner system. The year before, I had not really used my planners much and didn't feel very productive. And considering at the time I was dealing with a lot of health issues and I didn't really have a lot going on in my life, I thought I could get away with using a much smaller planner. To start 2022 with the Hobonichi weeks. And at first I was in love with it. You know, it's cute, it's very portable, it had great hand feel. I moved in early. I started it in December, and within a couple of weeks I was out of it. It just felt too small and I felt too cramped, and I was done with it. I was gifted a Hobonichi Cousin for Christmas, and so I just moved into the Cousin after my brief stint with the Hobonichi weeks, and that is what I intended my planner for 2022 to be. But that didn't work out either. So what happened with the Hobonichi Cousin, I consider it to be one of my favorite planners, and I don't know if it was because it was a gift or what, but I just felt like the Hobonichi Cousin was like too special to even use for my mundane, uneventful life at the time. So pretty much my Hobonichi Cousin went unused for most of the year because I was afraid to mess it up. So I thought, let's do a bullet journal. It made sense to me, and I had this plan. I was going to create like the most beautiful, aesthetic, perfect planner bullet journal for me. I got into it and realized, yeah, I hate setting up planners and bullet journals. I didn't have the mental or physical energy to create all of these elaborate and beautiful spreads that I saw being shared on Instagram and social media in general. And so I ditched it. My quest for the perfect planner did not end there. Throughout the course of 2022, I had rings, strings, daily planners, you name it. Hopping between all of those planners became a big problem. At one point, I was literally changing planners every single day. And what came with that was a lot of overwhelm, anxiety, and confusion because I had information about my life spread all over amongst different planners. It was a mess. So by the time we entered the fourth quarter, I just knew I had to do something. Something had to change. And if we're honest, the change that had to happen was me. I couldn't use planners, obsessing over planners, working in my planners as a distraction from my life or the things that I needed to do within it. Changing to another planner wasn't necessarily going to fix what was wrong with my life. Also, at the time, I was experiencing a lot of guilt over having accumulated all of these beautiful planners, and they were just sitting unused. So I told myself going into the fall, I would seriously simplify my system, my planner system, and try as much as I could to stick to only one, maybe two books the most. I chose my Hobonichi Cousin and a bullet journal. I just focused on consistently using those as much as possible. Now, I'll admit I wasn't as successful as I liked, but I was so much better than I was. I at least knew where I could find information. As I consistently used my notebooks, I began to fall in love with them. And so heading into 2023, I feel like I've crafted a planner system that I will really enjoy and that I'm excited to use. Having said all that, let's get into my 2023 planner system. Let's discuss this one first. I decided to purchase another Hobonichi Cousin for 2023. This is, of course, the 2023 Hobonichi Cousin. It's the English version, and it is the full year because I just have to have everything in one book. It's just a hang up that I have. So my Hobonichi Cousin will be my everyday carry. And my intention for my Hobonichi Cousin is for it to pretty much act as my second brain. Any information that I need to reference or appointments that I need to remember, it needs to be in here. And so I will be using this. It will also hold my memories. I plan to do some journaling in here. And because it is so important for me to have a location to find information, and because I'm not particularly fond of lengthy setups, and to keep it pretty much contained to one book, I've also placed all of my annual trackers that I intend to use this year in my Hobonichi. I will go into detail about each of the trackers that I've set up in my Hobonichi Cousin setup video. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, consider tapping the like and subscribe button because those videos will be coming out soon. This is my Hobonichi Cousin. It is going to be my everyday carry in my archive. It is the one book to rule them all, and stay tuned for the walkthrough on this. After my Hobonichi Cousin, of course, I've already mentioned it, I have my bullet journal, the Leuchtturm 1917. This is their collab with the bullet journal company by Ryder Carroll. I've got it in the color blush. I had used the original Leuchtturm 1917 last year, but I really wanted to get my hands on this one. Just like my Hobonichi Cousin, I have already moved into this planner and I've been using it. Initially, my plan for my bullet journal was to use it kind of like for like, you know, to-do list, daily logs, that kind of thing. Now I'm thinking I'm going to use this more so as a creative journal, perhaps some long form journaling. But just like with my Hobonichi Cousin, I'm not putting constraints on it, and I'm giving myself permission to do and try whatever I want in this journal. I really would like to create like some reading journal spreads, and that sort of thing. As I said, the paper in this is divine, and so you will definitely be seeing more of this. Okay, last but not least is this beauty right here. It is the Sterling Ink Common Planner. It's her first year releasing this. It is a B6 size, and I got the full year. It also comes in a half year, like 2 half-year books. It has beautiful gold gilding. Mine's may not look as beautiful anymore because I have moved into all of my planners and I have been using them, like with Wild Abandon and Out Fear. I've placed washi tape on the edges, tabs. Yeah, I decided that this year I spent money on these planners. They are my planners and I'm going to use them however I want to. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not committing to staying in this planner the entire year. I'm going to attempt to use it because I purchased it. Okay, so let me explain. So if I have my Hobonichi Cousin in my bullet journal that I'm already in love with and had decided to use, why did I purchase this? Well, there's multiple. One, it was smaller. When I ordered it, I was going through a thing with my Hobonichi Cousin and bullet journal, just feeling like they were too big and I was craving something smaller. And it's a US-based company, and the owner, Catherine, is so sweet and creative and brilliant, and I wanted to support her. And then the fact that it was in English and pretty much like alternative to the Hobonichi Cousin. And then, not to mention, at the time I was feeling a lot of guilt associated with all of the unused dated pages in my Hobonichi Cousin. So I ordered it during the pre-order. As I was waiting for it to arrive, I started to worry about the fact that there were 365 undated pages and how would I keep track of them? And then, even though the pages are dated, I don't know, it's just something about the dated pages, as much as it can be guilt-inducing. I kind of feel like the dates in the Hobonichi Cousin would help to hold me accountable to actually being consistent in my planner, almost like a tracker of sorts. And then I started to become anxious about downsizing to the B6 from an A5 and whether or not I would be able to deal with using a smaller planner. By the time it arrived, I pretty much determined to only have the 2-book system, and I wasn't sure if I was even going to keep it or use it or keep it. I considered selling it. At the time, I was working heavily on launching Milk and Honey Paper Co. And one thing that I realized that I needed was a space where I could write down notes and dates and information regarding the shop that I wouldn't be sharing on social media. And so I decided to give it a shot and go ahead and set it up. I'm going to be using this as my business planner. I've already started to write things in and add stickers and that sort of thing. So I don't know if I can show you all of the pages, but I don't know how often I will share this planner on social media. And that's pretty much it. This is, once again, this is the Common Planner by Sterling Inc. All right, we've gotten through my planners and journals for the most part. Let's review starting from the top and working our way down. The Sterling Inc. Common Planner, and this is going to be my business/content planner. We have my bullet journal or journal, which is going to be my creative and possibly reading journal. And then there's my Hobonichi Cousin, which is going to be my everyday carry. That is my 2023 planner lineup. If you have made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you for hanging around. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is my very first YouTube video. It was important to me for this video to be the first video on my channel. Comment down below if you've already chosen your planner lineup for 2023, and if you have not, share with me the issues you're having in choosing your planner lineup. I would really like to hear, and maybe we can figure out some solutions together, because chances are any struggles that you're having, I've also had. If you would like to see detailed walkthroughs through each of these planners, then tap the like and subscribe button, as I will be sharing detailed walkthroughs of each of these planners very soon. Once again, thank you so much for coming and spending time with me in my little corner on YouTube. I have a lot of great videos planned in the future, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.